This new building in Miami looks like your typical luxury skyscraper. Swanky apartments, 55 stories, lots of glass, and an infinity pool. But Legacy Hotel and Residences is far from being a normal high-rise building. Equipped with a state-of-the-art medical facility, hospital-grade ventilation systems, touchless entry, and even a fleet of disinfection robots, it's been labelled the world's first pandemic-ready skyscraper. In case you've been living under a rock, we feel obligated to say that the pandemic has had a pretty huge effect on our cities and the buildings in them. Even now, with vaccines rolling out and many countries relaxing restrictions, some offices, hotels and public venues are struggling to entice workers and customers back inside. For a lot of places, stocking up on hand sanitizer, encouraging social distancing and opening a few windows is all they've been able to do to ensure safety when they were given so little time to prepare. But new structures have had the opportunity to integrate protective features from the beginning, and that's exactly what's happening at Legacy Hotel and Residences in Miami, albeit on a scale that no one quite anticipated. Alongside its 300 residences and 200 hotel rooms, the $500 million skyscraper will have 10 floors of advanced medical equipment and an array of high-tech safety kit throughout the building, including a ventilation system fit for a hospital, germ-zapping UV robots, voice-activated elevators, antimicrobial material on all the furniture, and loads more. The medical centre isn't just big and expensive at $100 million, it'll be the most technologically advanced health and wellbeing facility in the world. That's according to the CEO of the developer, Royal Palm Companies. There'll be ventilators, teams of physicians, everything you need should there be an outbreak. Even those requiring urgent care shouldn't really have to leave the building. And the tower's tech goes beyond health. There'll also be a fancy robotic parking system, because for the target clientele, having to park their own car is a bit of a hassle. You'd be forgiven for thinking that it all feels a bit dystopian. In the next pandemic, some wealthy elites could pull up their drawbridge, bunker down in their own Tower of Paradise, and wait for things to pass. But there are plans for the health centre to serve the wider Miami community as well. We just don't know the full details of what that means yet. Of course, with the current pandemic causing so much disruption all over the world, this isn't the only example of a new building that's taking preparations for the next one seriously. Described as the first of its kind, this new school in Peru is designed to be pandemic-proof, with a focus on outdoor learning. The building at Markham College in Lima will have an open layout for natural air ventilation, movable elements and foldable walls for creating flexible spaces, with children spread out rather than packed into crowded classrooms. While not everywhere has a climate like Peru, providing outside space or at least good ventilation is one of the best ways to make buildings safer against airborne viruses, and it's becoming increasingly important for offices. Taking things up a gear, an entire pandemic-proof city has been put forward near Beijing. Similar to Miami Legacy, the idea is that the community has everything it needs in the event of further lockdowns, but here people would be entirely self-sufficient. Greenhouses and indoor farms for growing food, roofs that produce energy and recycle water, and apartments with dedicated spaces for remote working are all part of the plan, with cross-laminated timber used throughout. Residents would also be able to 3D print everyday objects such as missing or broken parts that could end up in short supply. These are just some of the ways that building and city planners are making sure their creations are able to keep functioning should things flare up again in the future. While the project in Miami perhaps shows the extreme end of what can be done, even those with smaller budgets can potentially learn lessons from it. If there's one good thing to come out of the pandemic, it's the chance to build in a way that puts people's health and well-being first. We just need to make sure it reaches all parts of our societies. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about where construction is headed, make sure you're subscribed to tomorrow's build.